Hmm. I think it's working. Jordan, I'm going to be recording real quick, so shut up. So shut up. Anyway, sorry if it's a messed up intro, guys. Welcome to MechLord Games' channel. I am so discombobulated right now because they added more stuff on DN. Lots more stuff, actually. But we're going to particularly take a look at the new Blackwing cards. Been waiting for a long time for them to come out because Blackwings have always been one of my favorite sets to play. And I just love them, and I wanted them to have more support that would help me play more to my liking of the deck. And you know what? They did just that. They did bring me just that, and I'm happy with that. So they added 4 cards for Blackwings. We're going to start off with their Synchro Monsters. Blackwing Nothing the Starlight. Well, Nothung the Starlight, whatever they want to call it. When it's special summoned, inflict 800 damage to your opponent, then make one monster your opponent controls lose 800 attack and defense. Pretty good. You can combo this off with Ragna Zero, which we can do in this deck because I'm going to profile the deck as well as just go over these new Blackwing cards to show show you a build of how I would play this deck as with the new cards. You can only use this effect of Nothung once per turn, but yeah, that's not really too important because you only have one of him in the deck. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Blackwing monster in addition to your normal summon / set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. So it is a very good monster for a level 6. He can just allow you to go even more pluses off your whirlwinds because you normal summon, make him, normal summon again, search again. It's just like you can do so many dirty things. And Black Whirlwind's search effect is not limited, so you really can actually OTK using this guy here. Not to mention his damage that he does on summon and the attack and defense reduction to your opponent's monsters. So that also has a good plus. Then you have this guy, Blackwing Tamer Hawk Joe the Raven. This guy I do not like. It is the new level 7 Blackwing Synchro Monster, 2600 attack, more than Armor Master, but only by 100. You target level 5 or higher winged beast type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. If you synchro summoned your Armor Masters successfully and those got to the graveyard, you would be able to use Hawk Joe's effect on him, on the Armor Master, if you had synchro summoned it successfully, which you probably might have had. You never know. But during either player's turn, when your opponent targets exactly this card and no other card for an attack or with a card effect, you can target another Blackwing monster that would be an appropriate target, and it would now target that card instead. So it's got a good effect when used with Armor Master, but aside from that, I really don't like Hawk Joe. I think that personally he's kind of bad, in my opinion, but I mean, he can't really do anything particularly special, and he will be good in the new format, though, coming up for January through March, due to the fact that Gale will be at 3. So making him with ease is definitely not a problem at all, and he is one of the better options that you can make for level 7s. But I personally probably wouldn't use him. But then again, I mean, maybe once Gale comes to 3, I might actually use him and try him out and see, just how good he is. Now, next up, the level 3 monster, Pinnaca the Waxing Moon. It cannot be used for cannot be used as synchro material except for a Blackwing monster. So that's his drawback. During the end phase, if it's sent to the graveyard because it was sent there from the field this turn, you can add one Blackwing monster from your deck to your hand, except himself, and you can only use it once per turn. But he has a search effect, which is good, and you can get its effect off when you synchro for, when you go to make Joe Hawk, well, Hawk Joe, or you go to make Armor Master or whatnot, you will get his effect off during the end phase of the turn. So that is good. Next, we have my favorite of the new set, Blackwing Chris the Crack of Dawn. This guy, very good. You can special summon him just like you would Bora, and once per turn, it cannot be destroyed by spell or trap card effects. So he has an amazing other ability if you just want to use him as a beat stick. You are more than welcome. And if they mirror force, well, he'll save himself. But D-Prison, well, D-Prison says no. But anyway, into the deck profile of the deck. So we have two Blackwing Blizzards. Make, Goyo Guardian and the new Nothung, whatever you want to call him, the Starlight, with him. Works out pretty well. Goyo's an amazing monster, in which Goyo will be coming to 2 in the new format, so probably going to up Blizzard to 3, just due to that fact that I'll be able to actually make Goyo twice, and then make Nothung as well if need be. So that is something to look forward to. 3 Blackwing bore the Spear. I prefer to play this deck kind of like a rank 4 Xyz deck, which you can do depending on the kind of hand you get, but you can special summon this when you control a Blackwing monster. Gale, special summon when you control a Blackwing monster. Have attacks of monsters, then synchro out. Whatever you want to do with him, you can. Then you have 3 Chris, because they special summon themselves and they are level 4, so they can make easy rank 4s. Shura, just because it's Shura. You only have 2 targets for Shura's summon effect, which would be both of the Gales. But Gale's good. Gale is very good. 2 Zephyros the Elite, just because, well, you can normal summon it. It is level 4, and you can return your Black Whirlwinds to your hand and reactivate them to summon Zephyros. So, all in all, not a bad effect. 1 Dark Armed Dragon, because it's Dark Armed. Everything in here is a dark. Probably never, with how hard the deck could actually set. There is a downside, though, to Chris that I did just now realize, is that you can only special summon it once a turn with that effect. So that can be a downside. But when you normal summon this, you can search Shura, you can search Bora. So that really is Chris's only downfall. We do play against the wind, just like a select Blackwing monster, take the damage but add it back to your hand kind of thing. Pretty good recyclement power. I mean, you do take damage, but in this day and age, you need to be able to make shit, and if you can't make shit, you're going to die. So you die a little bit in the process with Against the Wind, but it's not a bad card. Allure Darkness is mandatory in this because they're all darks. 3 Black Whirlwind, mandatory. Want to get that search power off consistently. 2 Forbidden Lance, because it's Lance. You can sugar off Shura, bring in Gale with that. But we would have to search for that. Regeki, and Soul Charge. Soul Charge is bring everything from the graveyard and go ape shit on your opponent. That's what I like to do. Traps we actually run a lot. Bottomless, Breakthrough, Compulse, 3 Heavy Storms, otherwise known as Delta Crow Anti-Reverse, 2-Dimensional Prison because it's just too good, 3 Icarus Attack because it's also good, Solemn Warning, and Torrential Tribute. This deck does run a lot of destruction power. Got back row nuking, and I mean, these only destroy set spell trap cards they control. But if you control 3 Blackwing monsters, you can activate straight out of your hand. So you can easily just nuke out your hand if you need to. Then Icarus Attack, just to pop more things like that Delta Crow can't get rid of. This can. For the extra, 1 Black Rose, 1 Blackwing Nothing, 2 Armor Master, 1 Goyo Guardian, 1 Scrap Archfiend, 1 Castell, 1 Dagusta Emerald, 1 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, 1 Evil Swarm Exodonite, Ice Beast Zero Fine, Ragna Zero, number 66 Master Key Beetle, and 2 Raid Raptors Force Strix. Force Strix will just, and it's kind of one of the most, well, it's an important card. You can make this, your first turn and go do things, and it's always nice to do. But I don't have one. But shit. And we get leg. Because leg is so amazing. Anyways, hopefully